Okay, welcome to your Westward expansion test. The Westward expansion test, use your document analysis skills and knowledge of U.S. history and government to choose the best answer for each question. Okay, question number 1. What did John L. O'Sullivan believe was America's manifest destiny? To elect Abraham Lincoln as 16th president, to expand west to the Pacific Ocean, to reach a compromise regarding Missouri as a slave state or free state. Number 2, which of the following is not one way that contributed to the U.S. reaching their manifest destiny? So which one did not help them reach it? Was it winning the Mexican-American War, the annexation of Texas, passing the Alien Extradition Act, or signing the Oregon Territory to divide the Pacific Northwest? Number 3, which continent did O'Sullivan believe America was destined to overspread? Was it Europe, Africa, Antarctica, or North America? We're asking which continent. Okay, as we flip to the next page, keep in mind you can pause, rewind, fast forward, scroll back and forth at your own leisure. Okay, moving on to the second page for document 2. What innovation did the U.S. bring west to increase the efficiency of communication between the East and West Coasts? So we're talking about communication here. Is it telegraph cables, mud houses, or treaties with Native Americans? Number 5, during westward expansion, Native American blanks were replaced with United States blanks. Was it treaties, then warriors, hunters, then farmers, priests, then equestrians, or canals and buffaloes? So take a look at the painting and look what type of Native Americans are being replaced with what type of United States. Number 6, the artist of this painting believes westward expansion was either positive or negative because America ... So you just see the circle, positive or negative, and then finish the sentence. Okay? So look at the painting. Do you think the artist thought the expansion was positive or negative? And then explain why. Okay, moving on to document 3, the map that we did last week. Okay, look at the land numbered 5. So this land right here, how was it acquired by the United States? Was it when they signed the Oregon Treaty with the British? Was it the annexation of Texas? Was it purchased from Napoleon of France? Or was it part of the Gadsden Purchase? Number 8, the land that is numbered 6 up here, top left. How was that acquired by the United States? Is that when they signed the Oregon Treaty with the British? Is that the annexation of Texas? Was this purchased from Napoleon of France? Or is this part of the Gadsden Purchase? Okay, number 9 is asking about the land that is numbered 8, right down here. Was that signed, the Oregon Treaty with the British, annexation of Texas, purchased from Napoleon of France, or part of the Gadsden Purchase? Lastly, the land numbered 7 was acquired by the United States as part of the Mexican, was it the homestead, annexation, or cession? You circle one of those, and you complete this sentence. Mexico gave away this land as a result of blank. Okay, number 4. The Central Pacific and Union Pacific are both companies in which industry? Are they both part of cotton production, railroads, telegraph, or lumber? Number 12, where did the two companies meet and celebrate the Golden Spike? Was this at Promontory Point, Utah, San Francisco, the Alamo, or Omaha? Number 13, in order to complete this project, who was removed from their lands that they had occupied for centuries? So who was removed for this? Was it conductors and engineers, U.S. farmers and cattle, Native Americans and buffalo, or immigrants and lumberjacks? Okay, number 14, another circle incomplete. Irish and Chinese blanks. Choose one, either lawmakers, soldiers, or immigrants. Help contribute to the project shown above by. So you pick either lawmakers, soldiers, or immigrants and explain how they contributed to the project shown above. Okay, document 5. Looking at question number 15, what year was the Homestead Act passed based on the document? Number 16, what was required for each homesteader in order to lay claim to 160 acres of surveyed government land? Did they have to live on the land for 5 years and grow crops? Did they have to rebel against the Union soldiers? Did they have to be at least 35 years old and live in the country for 9 years? Did they have to sign a treaty with local Native American tribes? Okay, so look in the document and reread it to help you answer number 16. Okay, number 17. What innovation in transportation allowed for more people to travel and more goods to be traded along the Mississippi River and other waterways? Okay, so we did look at this in a video last week. I think even Abraham Lincoln was mentioned in this one. Was it the telegraph, the airplane, equestrian, or the steamboat? And last multiple choice, number 18. Who was the U.S. president during westward expansion events such as the Mexican-American War and the signing of the Oregon Treaty? Was the president Andrew Jackson, James K. Polk, George Washington, or King Christopher P. Coward III? Okay, moving on. Document number 6, looking at the California population. Number 19. How many more totals of Americans than foreigners moved to California in 1849? Okay, so look at the totals. The blue. Was there 87 more Americans than foreigners, 4,271, 12,500, or 25,500? Okay, I got to do a little interdisciplinary mathematics for number 19. Number 20, we spoke about this yesterday. Why do you think more males than females migrated to California in 1849? Is it because males were more likely to work as prospectors looking for gold? Males were more needed to fight the Mexican-American War, or females were needed back east to help remove Indian tribes? Okay, a couple of review questions. 21, what agreement kept an equal balance of slave states and free states and established a boundary line where slavery would not be allowed moving forward? Was this the Monroe Doctrine, Missouri Compromise, Washington Farewell Address, or any Removal Act? Number 22, what caused the nullification crisis during Jackson's presidency? Was this when 3 French diplomats demanded a bribe? Was this when the British burned down the president's mansion? Was this abolitionists demanding an end to slavery? Or was this South Carolina threatened to not pay tariffs or secede? Number 23, what is the name of the removal that forced the Cherokees and other Indian tribes to journey more than 2,000 miles from the East Coast to reservations in Oklahoma? Was this the Trail of Tears, the Oregon Trail, the Ancient Trail of Broadway, or the Bering Strait Land Bridge? Okay, number 24, you're asking to pick one enduring issue that is represented in Westward Expansion and complete the sentence. So one enduring issue represented in Westward Expansion is blank, and then you explain an example of this issue during the time period is, and complete the sentence. Okay, so you can pick power, ideas, beliefs, inequity, scarcity, or conflict. If you're not sure, you can always click on this link. I'll post this up on Google Classroom for you to see more definitions. Okay, we're just looking for a couple sentences for number 24. Okay, number 25, we're looking for more writing, looking for at least 4 sentences. Okay, use information from the 6 documents throughout the test. Pretty much every page has a different document. So use the information above to respond to the following questions. The prompt is, what were some political, economic, and social reasons for westward expansion? So think about when we talk about political, economic, or social. And then also, how did westward expansion affect different groups of people? Okay, so you can talk about some positive effects for some groups or some negative effects for other groups. Okay, try and do that in at least 4 sentences in the box provided below. Okay, like I said, you can pause this, rewind it, scroll back and forward at your preference, and always ask myself or Mr. Schweif for any help.